Hey y'all, welcome to Other Home Studio. Sorry I'm running a little late today. I'm running about 15 minutes late or so. And that's because my Kickstarter closed this morning and I've been working most of the day on getting stuff together. So I've already uploaded my comic to the printer, and I'll be hearing back within a week or two about that. I'll be hearing back about let me scoot in here. I'll be hearing back about the funds that were raised. Wow. I got all this stuff done. But yeah, I'll be hearing back about the funds in about 2 weeks or so. And I'll send out like backer surveys, and I was working on that too, and there was just so much. And I got caught up in ordering shipping boxes. So, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to draw. Any suggestions? Let's see. Oh, I do need to work on the map. Let's back out of there. Because, wait, where were we? Where was it? So these are all my pages and my iterations of pages. Here we are. So here's the map. You can see that I changed the font on this to look a little more handwritten. And I'm going to be making 8.5 by 11 prints. So let's see. Would it be better to copy this to a different canvas or just change the canvas? Let's do a new canvas. What we want is, let's see, we'll leave it on comic because it'll have text in it. Okay, we want our units to be in inches because I don't know how many pixels 8.5 by 11 would be. I guess we can leave the resolution at 400. That's pretty good. So I'll just open the new one. Okay, now what we can do is say we want to select all, the whole thing, copy the whole thing, and I think that we can paste this and then change the size of it. I think. Wow, that was weird. So we want to still select everything. I don't know. Deselect. Can we scale it down? Is it all going to be there if we do that? Yes, it will. Interestingly, our text did not come with us. So let's find a good spot to put it here. Okay. I think we can scoot it down just a little more. Alright, so you can see that there's a lot of white border going on here, which is actually pretty good because I'll need to have that leeway for the printer. So let's see. This one is not going to be very heavy on drawing. It's going to be a lot of point and click. And some small adjustments. Alright, so now we have the color of the table that our map is rolled out on. That's interesting. What have we got? Yep, that's what I thought. My map's see-through. I was relying on the color of the paper. Well, still, that's actually a good thing. But what am I gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. So I can select the size of it. I can come down here to my layer, which is unfortunately brown at the moment. And I can put a white background underneath it. It's probably not how it's supposed to be done. See, now if we invert our selected area, that means that we will only be coloring on this brown background, which that's what we need to do. So I think I'll take the pen. And cut the size of that way down. And we will just continue the edges. Transparency. Got me. I thought I had the white selected. So let's just continue these edges. Let's see. So already we've made some progress here, and what I'll do is continue this aging effect. Oh. Now why did it do that? Okay, I must not have connected it. Alright, we'll just draw it in. Okay, and I had used the darkest brown color for the lines of these mountains. So I'll just continue them a little bit further. And let's see, I'm also going to paint some texture on this table that it's laying on so that it'll look more like wood. Let me check on my upper screen here for a second. Okay, things look good. Why is it not selecting stuff? Okay. Yeah, so I can't believe it. I've been working so hard for so long on the comic project and on the Kickstarter, and now it's done and I don't know what to do with myself. So, you know, I'm back here at work. So let's see. What were the textures that I used for that? Let's go back. I don't think it was the spray texture actually. I think it was over here in effects and in hatching, which may have been friction. Yep, there it is. I may have been a little lighter with the color. So I'm going to continue the lines here to make the edges of the map look rippled. And aged, and give them some dimension. A little bit of dirt. I do like doing the aging effects on these. This is fun. Okay, and then I want to do some speckling. Now over here, this was, let's see, was this droplet or was it spray? Yeah, it was droplet, pretty sure. Okay. And I want to do a little light blending. So I've been working on, let me zoom in on this. I need to do a little bit of outlining for the shadow of the map on the table because the edge is curled up off of it slightly. And I do need to make this stand out a little more. So, yeah, so first thing that I had to do was finish drinking my coffee and deal with being completely stunned by how well the campaign did. I mean, I believe in the story, but I really didn't have a lot of people to reach out to. Also, I made a lot of mistakes. I don't even know what some of the mistakes were, but I am sure that I made them. I didn't have, for example, I did not have this channel going for very long. I have a lot of trouble actually talking about my projects. And really, I started podcasting again. I started doing the art stream because it seemed like something relatively simple I could do to practice. Oh, hey Kathy, how you doing? Yeah, I was running late, so I didn't know if anybody was going to show up to chat. Thought maybe everyone gave up on me. So this is going to be one of the rewards now for all print copies. We're going to have the map included Oh, that's good. Let's see. Oh, that's all right. You're stuck with me. Let's see. This right here, I know what that is. That's the textured pen. I'm trying to recreate what I did on the edges so that I can have enough space to actually send it to the printer. Oh, undo. Let's do this here. Oh, that looks much better. That looks way better than a smooth line. Because now it gives some texture to the edge of the parchment. Although maybe that was a bit too much there. Let's back out of that. So going around this with the darker color is going to help give it some dimension, make it stand out from the wood table that I'm going to be painting underneath it. I don't know if I should have started this in a different order or not. It's too late now. Well, so far I'm just calling it the map. Originally I had thought to call the entire countryside Calderia, but it's kind of already been taken for an RPG, and I didn't want to do that. So I just named this area is Inek, and this area down here is Caldera, and those are the two major kingdoms. And I need to put there's the map. I need to put the names back on. So we have the plains in the middle, and there's Trader Town and Mount Riesa, the Arachne Forest, Mammoth Lake way up here. But this is the comic this is the world that's in my comic. The two major nations and the places that are featured in it. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna originally do a map for it, but then I kind of heard that lots of people just really love maps. I'm like, well, yeah, I always did like maps, but I didn't know they were such a big deal. Ah, thanks. Yeah, I think the effect's turning out pretty well. But I can't stay on this much longer. Let's see. Put this down here. Let's see. This is going to kind of actually roll down a bit. And here you can see that it's a slightly different color. The layers have gotten separated. So I might grab that color and pull it in. And we'll come back here on the friction, which was this color. Let's see. And yeah, I'm going to pull in that yellowish color. And go back to the pen. Well, thank you. Whoop. That wasn't the right color. Let's find that. There it is. And we'll pull in some more of that where it's been ripped and aged. Yeah, I really like doing the aging effects. It's pretty fun. Let's pull this in a little bit more. And then I can take the darker color and go around the edges of this side too. Yeah, the texture pen is pretty cool. I like it. But you know, you kind of have to have exactly the situation for it or it just looks weird. But right here where it's giving the rough edges to the map, like it's parchment or vellum, here it's doing a good job. Okay. Oops. Did not mean to do that. So I just need to keep in mind my shadows, which shouldn't be terribly tricky because it's a pretty flat surface. And let's see, scroll down here a little more. And when I back out of this, it should look like it's a three-dimensional map. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Fit to screen. Okay. We're close. We're close. This is looking a little too much like it follows along the edges. This I could like come in a little bit more But yeah, it's getting there. But I think I gotta quit for now. Let's see. Let's deselect. Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna have to go in there and pick out all these little places at my edge. And finish blending all that back where it goes. Looks a little bit creased. But I gotta go now. I don't have much time to work on this. And I woke up early. And the first thing I did was check the campaign. And after that, I was wide awake. Oh, love you too, Kathy. Good night. I'll see you in the other round.